Hey everybody, all right. Everything going on good out there? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Hump day, everybody loves hump day. That was a little bit of the Pennsylvania polka. You know, it started in Scranton and now it's number one. But that's a story for another time. Man, this rayon shirt, I can hardly keep my strap on. Strap on. The strap on my shoulder, I meant to say. Okay, so now folks, it's time for Mandolin for Duffers. I hope all you Duffers have been having a good week so far. We're playing in the key of G, remember? So let us proceed apace. Let us try to play the G scale. Now, we're just going to play one thump per note, two beats, like ba, da, da. We're going to play from here. We're going to play all the way up to here. The fourth finger on the E string, and then we're going to come back. Remember, it's E, A, D, G, for those who have been keeping notes. So here we go. We're not going to tremolo. Remember tremolo like this? We're going to have a little exercise for tremolo today again. And we're just going to play one thump, but I would like you to alternate your pick as you play up the scale. Here we go. That's A, B. Say the notes. C, open D, E, F sharp, G, open A. Come on, come on. Down now. A, G, F sharp, open E, D, C, B, open A. How we doing? G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Yeah. Good job. Now we're going to do the arpeggio. Remember, what's the word I'm so desperately searching for? The notes of the chord. Notes of the chord played as a scale. So in G, the notes of the chord are the first, third, and fifth scale degrees. I'm going to hit this home a lot, folks. It's G, B, and D, right? So we're going to play all the G's, B's, and D's from here up to this B here. Fourth finger. Okay, here we go. So it's one. Now B. Now open D. Now G on the D string. Now B on the A string. Now D on the, it's G, I can't say it. B, fourth finger. Now G on the E string. Now D on the A string. Now B on the A string. Don't play the open A. G, open D, B, G. How'd you do? You know, you want to get to where you go. All right, now, so a couple other things we're going to do today. We're going to make a bigger chord. What do I mean by a bigger chord? Well, here's the three chords. And you know, do you have the book, the zine, my famous zine, that's called Basic Mando Chords in G? It's a little fold-out thing. You print it out, and then you cut it and fold it and staple it together. But so the chords we learned so far, right, are G, open G, open D, B on the A string, G on the E string. Then C, open G, E on the D string, C on the A string, and the open E. And then the D chord is, so it's this guy. A on the G string, open D, open A, F sharp on the E string. Now you know that particular form there, that D. That is like pretty much the folky, or if you saw a rock band employing a mandolin, they'd be using that chord. I learned that chord right off the reel, like when I was like 14, you know, because that's the three chords you need to play in G. And I pretty much never used it again, but everybody needs to know it. It's there. It's a good chord for singing accompaniment, you know, if you want, but it's got a lot of ring, a lot of sustain. And that's what I'm talking about today, because I want to show you some chords that don't have quite so much sustain, because mandolin's about chunking and chopping, you know. So remember this chord, a G, the basic G chord. Okay, so now we're going to put our third finger on the fifth fret of the D string. Do that, and put our first finger where the other two were, you know, is already good. So it's first finger on the A string, the second fret, and second finger on the third fret of the E, and then the fifth finger. That's very nice form to use. A little 3-note chord. Now you can play the open G with it, but the idea is to have cover so you don't have ringing, strings. Dang, it's this shirt. I'm telling you, I might have to go change my shirt. I can't keep the mandolin on my shoulder. Okay, so it's a new discovery about this slick rayon shirt. Okay, so we're gonna play like this then. See? And I'm not gonna play the open G string at all. I'm just gonna. So yeah, that's another thing we gotta kind of work on is like selecting the strings you want to play and only playing those. Okay. I'll put these chord forms up. By the way, I'll tell you, I'm putting together a new web pages, one each for all my Duffers series. We got Fiddle for Duffers on Tuesday, mandolin for Duffers on Wednesday, guitar backup for Duffers on Thursday. So there'll be a Duffer page for each of those. I should have those done over the weekend, and I'll certainly post the address for those on my Facebook page, on my Patreon page, and then I'll tell you what they are in the session next week as well. All right, so let me see where we're at here. Okay, we're doing good. All right, so let's try that chord. Okay. Now I want to show you another variation on that, which has even more, it's a little throatier. Okay, so remember, we're playing this. Let me do the finger view. Hang on a second here. See if I can make finger view work today. I hope I can. Oh yeah, there we go. There, that's better. Okay, so remember we're playing here. Then we're adding this finger. Okay, got that? Okay, now let's lift this guy up, the middle finger, the bad boy finger, and just play the 2 inside strings. So I'm playing G, B. I'm playing G on the D string and B on the A string. And now let's take this guy. He's not doing anything. Let's put him up here at the 4th fret of the G string. Get that? And now I'm not going to play the E. Actually, if I did play the E, I'd have a not really cool G6 chord, but we're not going there yet. So let's play the bottom 3 strings, I like to call. So we're playing the G string, the D string, and the A string. By the way, my nomenclature, I'm calling them the bottom strings because they're lower in pitch, not because actually these are lower, in the picture. But so I'm just playing G, D, and A strings, and that I can chop that sucker. Now what I'm doing with my left hand when I do that, I'm timing. When I chop, I press down with my fingers. I press down. Watch this, and then I let up, and that kills it. If I hold them down, it rings, right? That's what they mean by chopping with the mandolin, right? So you want to get to where you can do that. There's a lot of things to remember, folks. Okay, so now let me get out of finger view here and back up to the main view. All right, so we've got that chord. We're gonna use that guy right now. Okay, now let me give you a little bit heavier duty C chord, right? So remember our C chord was this. It was an open G. 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, that's an E. 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, that's a C. And then open E, right? Triad of C is C, E, and G, right? So, but now I'm gonna try not to play this string, the E string. Again, I'm going for chords where I can control the sustain, okay? And so let's put our 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the G string. That's a D. That's a C note, right? Send me a C note with your. No, that'd be $100 bill. You don't have to do that. Okay, so C, G, A, B, C. So now I'm playing that 3-note chord. And again, I can do the chop thing. Push down, let up. So you got to time that. I pulled in a roadhouse down in Texas. Okay, no, we're not going to do that one today. Okay, so that's our C chord now. Let me get you the finger view on that little puppy. Here we go, just one more time. So what I'm playing is, there's my C we were playing originally with the open G and the open E. I'm not going to play the E now, but I'm going to put my 3rd finger up here on the 5th fret. And now I'm just playing 3 notes. I'm just playing 2 notes technically because it's C, E, C. Let's see, you're in a band or in a situation where there's other instruments. You don't have to play all the notes all the time. That's one of the secrets of playing chords on any stringed instrument. Play the important notes. Okay, all right, so one more time now, back up here. Now I'm going to show you the D chord, okay? Just one moment here. Hang on. Mike Miller pulled out an interesting video of a little screenshot from one of my last shows where I was blowing my nose. So now you can pull out the screenshot where I'm scratching my ear because it's itching like mad. Ah! Okay. So now, hi Pat. So now we're going to play a D chord. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this this C we were playing, right? The one I just showed you. We're going to move it up 2 frets. Here we go. So now that same chord is moved up 2 frets. C. See, and you know, if you got one chord figured out, that's the beauty of closed position chords. If you got that figured out, you can use it all over the neck, right? So, okay. Let me show you that in finger view as well. Here we go. So, right here is C. Remember we said. And then if I move that up 2 frets, that's D. So if we go back and play, and I'll sing along, you know. Oh wait, that's the wrong picture. Okay, so if I go back and play "Coming Around the Mountain," remember we were working on that. She'll be. I'm gonna use my new chords now. She'll be coming round the mountain when. That's a G. That's that new G I just showed you. She'll be coming round the mountain. Here's the new D. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. I'll post that progression up on my on the new website I'm creating for Mandolin for Duffers, along with these chord forms. But you can sort these out, I think, just by looking at what I'm putting on this video here. Hey, you know what? We're past 10 minutes in. I've got to tell you, starting next week, this is the 4th lesson. Starting on the 5th lesson, something different is going to happen. You know I have my Patreon site, patreon.com/Charlie Walden. It's a pay site, costs $4 a month. That's 92 cents a week. Work out the math how much it is a second. It's not very much per second, I'm telling you right now. But anyway, so if you're watching next week's video in archive, here's what'll happen is at 10 minutes or so, the video will end and you'll be instructed to go to my Patreon site. Now, if you're watching the live lesson, just like you were taking a lesson at my house or over Skype or whatever, well, everything will be the same. I'm not going to cut off in the middle of the live lesson. But starting next week, if you're watching the archived version, you'll only see up about 10 minutes worth, and then you'll be asked politely to go to my Patreon site, where all of the videos will be in their full glory. And we're just getting started, folks. This is just episode 4. I'm just going to keep doing these, you know. I'm trapped in my basement. I got nothing else to do. All right, so that's that. And you know what? If you don't want to be a patron and you're just watching the live broadcast and you're enjoying it, go buy me a cup of coffee at ko-fi.com/Big Fiddle Show. All right, here we are. We're back now. All right, so just to make you aware of what the little change next week. All right, so let us see now. We were playing, let's play a little bit of that. Let's play the 2 tunes we played, right? So we played Coming Around the Mountain, and we played Sugar in the Coffee. Let's play through those here. And remember, I put up my finger tab. There's one tab for Sugar in the Coffee. And my Coming Around the Mountain. You can come back later if you want and make yourself a screenshot of those. I'll also be posting those on the new website. So here we go with Coming Round the Mountain. Here we go. So that's how it starts, remember? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay, so remember we learned that off of that tab, and I think I've played this several times in the previous episodes, up finger view and all that. So let's try Sugar in the Coffee. Let me play through it once now. Now we're getting into a real tune. I mean, Come Around the Mountain's a real tune. It's on a lot of those old singing square dance call records, but this is like an actual traditional fiddle tune here. Okay, so let's play that together slow now. Remember the first note is this B on the A string, first finger on the second fret. Play it one more time. And you can come back later on the video in YouTube and slow it down even more if you want. But just, I like the tab we're going to be using. Now I'm going to introduce you to tab, real mandolin tab. But this kind of tab I produce with my music software doesn't give you any time indication of the notes, okay? So it forces you to listen to the tune and get the tune in your head. But still, the tab can be useful in getting you playing the tune more quickly. So remember, this is my old style tab here, and that tab is actual finger numbers, because this is like super beginner, like what finger should I put where, right? And especially for fiddle, But so now for mandolin, here's our mandolin tab, and the next tune we're working on is something called Westphalia Waltz. And this is what my mandolin tab looks like, okay? So now you've got the lines on the lines on the staff are the same representation as on the other old tab I was using the last couple episodes, in that they are the string numbers, okay? And they go from bottom up. Bottom would be the G string, and top would be the E string, okay? Because it's like, lower note up to higher note. All right, so if you look at the very first measure, and the measure is divided by a bar line, you see an O. That means play it open, or 0, play it open, okay? So that just says, if I just want to read, you're reading music, folks. If I just want to read that one note there, it's open, one time hit open D. Hey, I just played a bar of tab, okay? Now for you music readers, I'm also going to post music, because if you read music, there's no point in learning to read tab. But for people who don't want to read music for whatever reason, and sometimes it is still easier because The tab still is useful because it tells you where to put your fingers. All right, so the next little thing, indicator, is a number 5. Well, that says use my 5th finger. Well, I don't have a 5th finger, no. It says play on the 5th fret of that string. See, we're still on the D string. So I'm going to play you the first 2 bars, the pickup bar and the first bar of Westphalia Waltz. Oh, I can figure this tune out on my own. Let me play the whole first line. Let's see. Now I know how the tune goes, right? Because I've listened to it. Okay, see? So that's how you play through this tab. And I will definitely post this tab on my Duffers site. Again, I should have it up probably by Friday, but I will definitely post around on my Facebook page, on the Fans of Pat and Possum's Big Fiddle Show. If you're not a member of that group, go ask to join. I'll put it there, and I'll also, next week when you come back, I'll have the URL clearly emblazoned everywhere so you can figure out where I'm putting all this stuff. So I'll have the complete tab for Westphalia Waltz. All right, so let's go. I know you're getting tired of looking at that, and you'd rather see me. So here we go. Let me see if there's any interesting chat going on here first. The little housekeeping here. Let's see what everybody's doing. Everybody's doing. Oh, Mike Miller says, "Wow, dude, that is a bargain. That's like the national debt in reverse. It's like 0.000152116 cent per second. Oh, that's like it is like the national debt in reverse. That is really amazing, dude. I'm so glad you were able to put that up for us. All right, so let me play through Westphalia Waltz here for you. And so you have a rendition to listen to on the mandolin. I hope I should be reading from the tab. I apologize if there's some little differences here. So here we go. 1, Westphalia Waltz in G, right? 1, 2, 3, waltz time. Yeah. Okay, now let's play it one time through finger view so you can see up close where the fingers are going. But see, once you have the tab, this will all come together because the tab or the notation will make life so much easier. Here we go. So I start, right, it starts here on this, man, that strap will not stay on here. So it starts here on this open D, second string from the bottom. Yeah. Sorry. I got excited. Here we go, second part. All right, good job, good job. Now, all right, now, hey, let's talk about what's coming up in the world of the Big Fiddle Show Media Syndicate in the next little while. All right, you're watching Mando for Duffers. Everybody knows that. It's obviously not guitar for Duffers or fiddle for Duffers. Tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time on this very YouTube channel is the Camp Possum Wednesday night session. We just play tunes for jamming. Come along, play along with the ones you know, write down the ones you don't know and learn them later. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., guitar backup for Duffers. Same program as we're doing right now. Same idea. Friday night, it's Big Fiddle Show, episode number 69. Can you believe we've done 69 episodes? It's the Friday Tiki Party. Don't miss it. It's just fun hijinks, about an hour and a half of fiddle tunes and hijinks. And again, on Saturday morning, it's the real, the unenviable? No. Uncopyable? I don't know. It's Camp Possum. And we're going to learn the tune Wagner. And then we have a little jam session. We play through, we've already learned 15 tunes. If you haven't been to Camp Possum over the last 14 or 15 weeks, we've already learned 15 tunes. It's amazing. People have just, we play through all the ones we've learned on the other sessions. So, and then again, we're back at Fiddle for Duffers and it just keeps going. It's a juggernaut, the Big Fiddle Show Media Syndicate. All right, so now we're going to do one more thing. We're down to about 2 minutes left. Remember I was going to talk about tremolo a little bit, but so remember how you practice. You got to start practicing your tremolo because we're doing this waltz, right? So I take my metronome. You don't have to have a metronome, but it's healthy, and I think I set it about 60. Yeah. And let's say I start on the G string here, and I just do a down pick in time with the metronome. I think I want it even slower than that, actually. I think I had it at 40 now, come to think of it. Yeah. Let's get really down there. 40 beats a minute. Okay. You have to wait for it. Then go 1. So now I'm doing 1 and 2 and then you try to double that again. Okay, do you get what I'm going with that? So what we're doing is we're starting slow because it's just one pick, down, up, 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 down, up. See what I mean? Then you get going faster, and pretty soon you're going, because when you play Westphalia Waltz, it's nice to have that little, because those darn fiddlers have that bow, you know. We've just got, well, that's what tremolo is for. And I still go back and practice my tremolo because it gets jinky on me. So you want to practice that real slow. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, and then pretty soon it's just like a little bumblebee wing, you know, or hummingbird. So, all right, I think that's it for today, folks. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget about Camp Possum on, well, there's the session tonight at 8 o'clock. There's the one on Saturday morning. Until then, till tomorrow, till next week, 11 o'clock, Monday, Central Time. Mandolin for Duffers, signing off. See you later.
The other way back in the same old track, make your feet go wiggity whack.